What's up, everyone? So happy Friday, first and foremost. I am just kind of waiting for my daughter to come home. So you're hearing the little prompts and stuff like that. But what I'm looking for is movies. What kind of movies are you guys watching these days? I will start off by saying that I have Netflix and YouTube for entertainment. That's it. I don't have Disney Plus. I don't have HBO Max, Showtime, whatever else is available. I don't have any of that. And I know a lot of people were um, getting rid of their Netflix because of the price hike. And then I think I saw something that was also a little more politically motivated, and I'm not sure what that was. So if you guys know of what that means or what that is, that would be awesome. Would love to hear more about that. And just have a dialogue on that. That said, Netflix. Um, I'm not a big action adventure like for example, I've never seen any of the Fast and Furious movies, and people kind of like, oh, but they're really good, and it's just not my kind of thing. I'm not over CGI things like that. I like films that have a substance to them, and it's no diss to any of those films, but you guys know what I mean. Things that have some writing, some plot, some things like that. I'm not big on the overly done sort of stuff. So I like independent films. I like a lot of foreign films. I've been watching a lot of foreign films. I don't mind subtitles, things like that. I like watching period pieces. I do like a good gangster flick. So things like Goodfellas is always, right there in the lexicon. What was the Essex Boys? That was a UK film. I do like that. Cardboard Gangsters, it was more low level, as far as it wasn't like high end gangsters, but it was still like that crime sort of stuff. Top Boy is another good one. That's a series out of the UK. I like that as well. So, period pieces, I like that. If you like, Peaky Blinders, that was something that I watched. I watch a lot of stuff like that. I like watching stuff from different eras, different, cultures, things like that. So, I'm just wondering if there's anything that you guys have that you would recommend, as far as that goes. I'm looking on my Netflix, on my list account right now, just to see some of the stuff that, because when I watch it, then sometimes I'll save it as well. So, I do see Peaky Blinders there. Wentworth was a good series, out of the UK, or not UK, excuse me, but Australia. That was a good series. I don't watch too many series anymore. I watch the mini series, where it's like 6 to 8 episodes. I do like stuff like that, um, when it comes to just being able to kinda watch it and not be stuck for years. Versailles, I did watch that on King Louis, and that was good. There's Top Boy again. Devil All the Time, I like kinda dark films as well, kind of ominous. All Day and the Night, Against the Ice, The Skin of the Wolf. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with any of these, but these are things that I've watched before. The Ballad of Lefty Brown was one that I started, and a friend suggested I keep going with that one, and I was glad that I did. So I'm just kind of watching as I click past a lot of these. Been watching some stuff out of Africa as well. I haven't seen Beast of No Nation yet. I know it's an older film, but I did watch one called Ezra, last weekend, I believe, and it was kind of on the same topic, the child, soldiers in Africa. Another one from back in the day, it was Johnny Mad Dog. That was a good film as well. So any suggestions that you guys have would be awesome. With the holidays coming up, my daughter being home, we will probably get into, getting back to Christmas Chronicles. I think we watched the first half of that. We'd seen it before, but, holidays come around and there's, like, the same films that, you break out and they start, giving just like Christmas music and all that stuff. So, it's a good watch. I enjoy that, movie. I like Kurt Russell. We did watch the 2nd Spider-Man, Spider-Verse, and I will be honest, I liked the first one better, and I think maybe I'm just more of a Spider-Man purist that way. Um, I liked Doctor Octopus, I liked Kingpin, I liked seeing characters that I remember from comic books. I'm not against, the stuff that they did with the new stuff. I like that, they have multiple Spider-Mans and, different universes and things like that. I think it shows that there's a little bit of something like that in all of us, it shows a diversity, so I'm not against that. Um, I just, I know where, like, I don't know, I just like the origins of it when it comes down to just seeing the people that I know, but again, I'm not against it, and I'm always up for a Spider-Man film. I haven't watched any of the non-animated Spider-Mans. I think I may have seen part of the first one with Tobey Maguire years ago, but I was kind of, just like, I know the comics, and so I don't know, there's a part of me that didn't wanna go down that road, so a lot of these superhero, movies I haven't watched, but again, sometimes you just change and you grow, it's like music, you expand out into other things, so, um, some of the lists that are popping up in my Netflix just based off of the film that I watched is, biographical, political century period pieces, that's a lot to say. The Cannes Film Festival, let's see, there's new releases, recent festival favorites, award-winning independent films, Of Good Report, that was a good one, it's very dark, out of Africa, but I really enjoyed that film, but like I said, it's dark, so if it's not, your cup of tea, you may not wanna watch that one. It reminded me of another film from, way back, it was called Red, White, and Blue, and it was let me see if I can find what year Red, White, and Blue came out, and again, that was dark too. Let me put movie, and it looked like an independent film. If I'm guessing, it was 2010. Yes, Red, White, and Blue, and it goes under drama thriller, but it was definitely definitely a different film. Wasn't what I was expecting, and I'm not gonna go too far into plot twist or ruining the end or anything else like that, but, um, Of Good Report kinda gave me that same feel, almost a bit of a chill, just like there's a point where it's just like, "Oh, okay, that's what we're doing," but I liked it a lot, so Of Good Report, if you haven't, seen that one, I'm looking for suggestions, but I'm also giving them out as well. Oscar-winning movies, Get Out, which I have not seen, and I got a lot of people who are saying you should see it, and I don't know. It just didn't grab me, but maybe one day I will get back into that. Latin American independent movies, Hurricane Season was one that I'd recently seen. That was good. Um, and again, these are, dark, kind of quiet movies. But again, I like that sort of stuff. I'm No Longer Here is another one from that same genre that I really enjoyed. And international feature film submissions for the Oscars. What I'm looking at right now, I haven't seen any of these, but I'm guessing you guys are kinda getting a vibe for what kind of stuff I'll watch. Thrillers, I'll watch that sort of stuff. I'm trying to see if any of these movies have popped up that I've seen or that I've even just said, I'll come back to that. I know a lot of times when I get on Netflix, I will scroll for something longer than it actually takes me to watch something. The Skin of the Wolf, I'm not sure if I'd said that already, but that is under hidden gems. So a lot of times those are really good films. Caliber, ooh, there we go, but it's spelled Caliber, Calibre. That was really good. Um, and I guess maybe I'm a little dark that way, but I like films where it's not everybody gets to leave with a feel good. It's kinda like movies from the '70s here where people can die at the end. It's okay. Like the main person can die, and we're all gonna be okay. I like films like that where there's a reality to it, where the person that was shot, 18 times at the beginning of the film doesn't pop up at the end to save the day. I find that completely irritating at times, and I know that that's kind of what we want to sell, but that's also not reality. So it's kind of now here's one to that point, Scarface. Scarface, he for those of you who don't know, he gets shot up at the end and he dies. He dies, and that's the end of the movie. And I liked how that they played that out, that he didn't, somehow escape or things like that. But I will say that just kind of on this topic, it's off topic. I thought Carlito's Way was kind of like what Scarface would have been had he been arrested, because here's a guy who did all this stuff. He gets out of prison, and then fast forward, and here's Al Pacino all these years later, guy just getting out of prison. It felt like it was like what Scarface would have been had he just been arrested and um, not killed at the end. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Um, Saints of Newark, Mini Saints of Newark, that was good too, and that's the prequel to, The Sopranos, which I watched The Sopranos not as heavily as a lot of people did and not in real time. I think I watched it afterwards, but that was a good, film as well, again, in that gangster sort of, um, vibe. I like that sort of stuff. The Power of the Dog, that's kinda like a Western, but again, it's a little dark that way, but it's good. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, that was good too, and another one that somebody suggested, like, stick with it, because it's really good, and it was. So I think I'm throwing out more suggestions than I might be getting, but that's okay. I just wanted to kind of throw some stuff out here. And I hit the 12-minute mark, so I've been chatting a while, and I know that you guys have had a long but hopefully positive and productive week, and that this finds you in a good place. Feel free to leave some stuff in the chat afterwards, or leave me a message or whatever it is if you have movies that you would recommend. I did go live on Facebook as well, and so hopefully, there'll be some good stuff, and there's stuff that I've recommended that you guys would appreciate as well. So I'm gonna leave it at that because I know you have your movie night or whatever it is that you're gonna get into, and I hope this finds everybody in a place, pursuit, or beginnings of total health, mind, body, and soul. And we'll see you soon. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please feel free to subscribe. It's free. It's free. In this economy, free is good. And share it, because we all want to be good people. So we want to share as well. So I will leave it at that, and we'll see you soon. Peace, love, unity, solidarity.